I realized going back and forth that I'm not just grieving my dad, I'm grieving the loss of, what normal was. And I was talking to somebody about it and saying, sometimes I can't get up, and then sometimes I just like wake up and I can't fall asleep. And they said that's a grief response, and we're all having it. That's a trauma response. And I think that's something that I think about, and I hadn't really given weight to until someone said it out loud, that right now, all of us, this is not normal, right? And when we experience fear, which there's plenty of reason to be afraid right now, it's fight, flight, or freeze. And I'm grateful that my response is freeze, like I'm hunkering down. But for a lot of folks, there's just sheer terror for the world that we're living in right now. I mean, we have people who are losing their jobs. We don't know when they're going to be able to get jobs again. We don't know. People who aren't going to be able to graduate college and go into the regular workforce. Like when I graduated, it was right when the housing bubble burst, and they're like, guess what? No one is going to really have like all these career prospects. So many people that had job offers. It was just kidding. And that was scary and weird, but we were allowed to hold each other and hug each other and, convene. And now we're in this space where we aren't allowed to be in touch face to face, where we can't you're not able to move around. And that is traumatic on a big level. And I think it's really important that folks, whatever feelings people have right now around this, whether it means shutting down and just being really sleepy and watching TikTok all day, which is a valid thing, or, obsessively cleaning the house, or like being really angry. Like these are all of the reactions we're having are normal responses to trauma and fear, and we need to give space to that. I found that I started reading a book about grief before my dad passed away, even because I've been kind of in a cycle of grief, and it's been really helpful to me. And something that I thought about was, I've had these moments where I've been really, really sad because I miss my dad so much, where I would just be in inexplicable pain and crying. And when anyone feels hurt, you don't want to feel that way. You want to move to the next thing. You want to distract away from that feeling. You want to push it away. But through this book that I've been reading, it said, basically your grief is a reflection of your capacity to love and be loved. And that actually made me kind of look at it in a different way. I'm in a lot of pain, but I wouldn't be able to have that pain if I didn't have something amazing and beautiful and wonderful to grieve. And so a few times when I've found myself in those moments of severe pain, it's like, okay, this is the worst of it, but let's just sit here and feel it and go through it. And it's a way of, actually, I can sit here and I can be in this moment and I'm honoring it. So I think for folks, regardless of whether it's like you've lost your job, or your partner lost your job, or you're stuck at home with your roommate who sucks, possibly, you know what I mean? Like, create space to feel your feelings, because we need to feel through them to get through them.